Hey guys, don't forget to check ultimatecod.com for your everyday rumors, your everyday random stuff, and your thousands of daily video imports. Go check it out right now at ultimatecod.com. Hey guys, what's going on? TTG here, bringing you a video that I told you I was going to be bringing to you a couple of days ago. Now this video is titled The Best Class Setup on YouTube because it is going to be the best class setup on your quota. It's going to be the best class setup you're ever going to use because it's going to be your class setup, guys. Today I am going to show you and teach you how to make your and the best class setup for yourself. Now, before we get into it, guys, if you can drop a like on this video, if you can subscribe if you're new and hit that notification bell, that would be terrific. Let's try and make this video go viral because, like I posted a couple days ago, stop watching best class setup videos. If you guys have not watched that video, I will post a link to that video in the description below. So let's get into it. How do you create your class setup? How do you create a class setup that you can go to in every different situation? Well, it's not going to be one class setup. You should have multiple class setups. You should have a class setup for each map, each game mode, each situation. And we're going to find out, and I'm going to tell you how to do that. Now, the first thing we're going to do is talk about the division. Now, the division is important, and don't pick a division just because your favorite YouTuber said pick that division. You know, if you're running an LMG, why in the hell would you rock Airborne? Yeah, you can run faster, but at the same time, you're not using an LMG to run fast. You're using an LMG to maybe post up or maybe even camp. So pick the division that suits your play style. What I mean by that is, let's say if you're one of those players out there that you like to flank, that you like to stay off the UAV, then there's two divisions you can use. You can use Mountain, which Mountain is basically going to make you invisible to enemy recon aircraft. You're hidden to player-controlled streaks and silent movement, so it's a great flanking class. The only problem is when you shoot your gun and they have a UAV up, you're going to show up. And now another division you can run is Airborne, but you must have the flanker perk on. With that, you'll stay off of the UAV completely. But let's say if you're the type of player that likes to play passive or post up, you know, control an area of the map. Maybe go into a house and make sure that you can hold that down. Then infantry would probably be your best division because with infantry, not only do you get the extra attachments, but you also get the extra magazines and you have stock on your gun. So basically when you're holding an area down, you want as much gun power as you can get. You know, and if you're one of those players that just like to play fast, you like to play objective, you don't care about KD, you just want to get up into the enemy spawn and try and get, you know, 3, 4, 5 pieces, then run Airborne, because with Airborne, you can sprint for longer distances, you can climb over obstacles faster, and you get increased sprint speed. So pick the division that suits your play style. Now, I do not suggest running a division like Airborne on a map like Gustav Cannon, and I do not suggest running Mountain on a map like Flak Tower or Point du Hoc because those maps are small. The enemies are really going to know where you are at all times unless you're, you know, posting up. So pick the division that suits your playstyle. Now let's go to weapon. Now finding the weapon is a very important key aspect on finding your class setup. You're going to want to pick a gun you're comfortable with. You know, don't just because you saw a popular YouTuber say use the PPSH, and just because they say it's the best gun in the game does not mean it's going to work out for you. No gun is OP. It's the person holding the controller. You know, if you can't control the recoil, don't use a gun with high fire rate. If you're struggling with the gun, don't continue using it just because that YouTuber said it'll get you a nuke, because it's not going to get you a nuke if you can't use it. So find a gun that you're comfortable with. How you do that? Basically, just look at the guns and figure out which gun you do best with. You know, figure out which gun you'll pull out in each situation where you're struggling or that you need to try hard or that you need to come back from, you know, a death streak. pick that gun. And you can also look at the accuracies and the stats of the gun. You can do that by going in combat record. See which gun you're most accurate with, that you got the most kills with, that you got the most headshots with, and use that gun. Now, you should have a couple different classes for each map setup. If you want to have 2 assault rifle classes, 2 SMGs, 1 LMG, go ahead and do that. Just make sure you pick the division and the gun to that situation. Now let's talk about what makes the gun more powerful, and that is attachments. Now, don't use attachments just because someone said it'll get you a nuke. You know, what you want to do is when you pick your attachments based on how you struggle with the gun. For instance, let's say you're rocking the PPSH. We'll put the PPSH up here. We'll put the Thrive. You know, now here we go. With the attachments, if you can't control the recoil, put grip on it. You know, that'll get the accuracy better. Now, if you could control the recoil, you really don't need grip. Now, let's say you're struggling with the sights on this gun. Use a sight. You know, use a reflex sight or use a lens cap. If you're going around the map and you find yourself running out of bullets a lot and you die because you have to, you know, use a pistol, put extended mags on it. So use attachments that will counteract your weaknesses with the gun, because not everyone is the same. You know, if that YouTuber says, oh, with grip and advanced rifling, you will get a nuke. Well, guess what? If you can't aim with the gun and if you run out of if you run out of bullets, you're not getting a nuke. So use attachments that counteract the weaknesses. Now let's go ahead to basic training. Now basic training is very important. I see tons of YouTubers say, oh, just use Prime, they'll give you an extra attachment. Well, you know what? There's some guns on this game that don't need 3 attachments, 4 attachments. You want to pick your basic training based upon your play style, just like your division. Now, like I said, if you're one to flank, and if you're one to get into the enemy spawn, then, you know, obviously primed would be a great attachment. But what about something like hustle? Hustle will make you will reload faster while sprinting. You know, if you like to flank and rush into the enemy spawns, you need to reload while sprinting. You know, another good basic training ribbon you can use is forage. Forage is basically like scavenger. It'll give you extra bullets. But if you're running infantry and you want that extra gun power, yes, primed is a great one. But another great one for infantry, or even people that, you know, post up passive, even people that camp, is lookout. Lookout is very underrated. The reason I like lookout is because you can see enemies from further away, and also you get extra increased mini-map coverage. If you guys have not used lookout, the differences between this and not using lookout when you have a UAV is completely insane. When you have a UAV up and you have lookout on, you can see pretty much everything. So use your basic training for your play style. Now let's talk about secondary, because secondaries are important. I don't care what YouTuber on any best class setup video will say, so secondaries don't matter, you can use whatever you want. Well, the truth is, no, you can't use just whatever you want. Because if you're rocking this PPSH and you run out of ammo and you know there's enemies in front of you or behind you, you need a good secondary that you're comfortable with, because it's kind of like your second escape. It's your second gun. You only get one second gun. If you're using a pistol or even a melee weapon that you're not comfortable with, that can take your 15 kill streak and that'll turn into a death. So pick something you're comfortable with, and with the attachments, pick something that's going to counteract the weaknesses. What I usually do with pistols is I usually put extended mags on it, only because I don't really need quick draw on it, because it's a pistol, it'll pull up fast. I really don't need advanced rifling, because I'm not going to be pistoling people across map. So I use extended mags to get the extra bullets. You get 4 extra in the clip and you get 12 extra in the magazine. So it's definitely worth it. You know, if you get those extra bullets can turn a 2 kill streak into a 4 or 5 kill streak. Now let's talk about the last thing, and that is the lethal or tactical. Now here is the thing. If you're going to run tactical, do not run smoke grenade. Smoke grenade will get you killed. Yes, you can put it on B, and hopefully the enemies won't see you. But at the same time, if you throw a smoke grenade, you're going to give away your position. They're going to know where you are. I would use this British 69, the tactical concussion grenade. Throw this into a spawn. You can get 3 or 4. You can get a 5-piece. But if you're going to go with the lethal, it all depends on what game mode you play. If you play core, you can use a frag. You can use a sticky. You can use a trip mine. You can even use a satchel. But if you're playing hardcore, guys, do not use grenades. Don't use grenades. You will team kill. And if you're having a good game, if you're like 42-8 and you're 3 away from a nuke and you already got 2 team kills and you throw a grenade, well, guess what? That grenade might get you kicked out. Guys, run this S-mine. S-mine will not get team kills nearly as much as a grenade or a sticky bomb. Even use this satchel charge. Anyways, guys, that is how you make the best class sit-up video. Don't forget to like this video. Let's make it go viral. Subscribe if you're new. Don't hate. I messed that up. Stay cool, fool. Don't hate. Eat some cake, thick thighs, and bright eyes. And as always, guys, keep on grinding. Thank you for watching the video, guys. I appreciate all the love and support you guys show me. Don't forget to do what the screen says. Like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Also, please follow me on my social media links. Thank you, guys, and have a great day.